So we're starting a podcast that is all pickleball related, and everything from pickleball, from strategy to local things that happen to tournaments, and we have different people on that are local that play. And obviously, it's a huge community in this area, but it's a huge community probably nationwide too, or maybe even worldwide. But we love it, so we're gonna talk about it all the time, and we're just gonna take it wherever it goes. It might stem into different areas, but everything pickleball is where it's gonna be. And we got Daniel, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Daniel's
Kate's
a champ
here today.
Yeah. I mean, I played pickleball for, I think, a year, went pro, retired. You know, so I'm just here for some banter with you guys.
Tate made us the introduction to pickleball, and then he quickly stopped playing.
I think I was intimidated by the skills. You guys just progressed so fast. I had to get out, retire on top.
You're the jack of all trade kind of guy. Like you get like good at like everything.
Yeah,
and
I want to
stop
be
before greatness.
I want to be a little bit better than the average human, and then move on.
Right.
Yeah, I just get kind of. I think once, like you were talking earlier before we started about how you progress really fast and you plateau. I think once you hit that plateau mark for me, I have to decide like, okay, is this going to be my life now, where I'm really like going to go pro? Am I going to sacrifice time with my kids? Am I going to sacrifice my evenings and all this stuff to do this? Or am I comfortable with just having a full scope of the game and my skills in that earlier progression? And like a lot of times it's just not worth the next level of sacrifice. For you guys, I mean, you guys, have more freedom and stuff like that, and
I have
age
more
and stuff.
freedom, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Pickleball is definitely maddening.
It's a mental thing. Whenever you're getting into something and you want to progress with it, it just becomes overwhelming sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did you play before you stopped, though? Like
I played for, I think, almost a year, maybe like 8 months or so. Like 8 months. I won one little small tournament, pop-up tournament at the downtown market.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, all right, high note, I'm out of here. And I think after that, I just got to like playing once a month to playing once every 2 months to just
never playing.
Not playing.
Like
anymore.
the last time you even touched the ball was...
Yeah, and I think I even have my stuff in my truck. I just carry it around just in case something pops up, and they're like, hey, we need someone now. But no, I don't. A lot of times, too, it's just because it's the evening play. I mean, I know there's a lot of groups that go in the morning and during the day, but back when I was doing it, it was really just evening play. And it's just hard with the kids and stuff, especially now with their sports and everything.
Well, and I don't think you used it as the social aspect either. Like,
no, I'm not a social person anyway.
Tony, well,
I definitely
you have social life outside of pickleball. To where Tony and I, we use it to like hang out with each other, play some,
exactly.
Like, get a little bit of the competitiveness and the social side.
Yeah, and a little networking too out there, because it's a big networking community too.
It's a huge networking community.
Because it's really a lot of people who I feel like are older, have established businesses, so it really is a lot of networking around. And some business talk. But so how's the scene now? I mean, like what's it like?
It's changed a lot since we started playing. I think when we originally started playing, Cohajo was, if you went there at 5 o'clock, every court was taken, there's extra people. But I feel like the other places, an indoor place opened up, people built courts, Oxford's open now. So it's thinned out a little bit to where you don't see as many people. But I still think there's a ton of people playing.
Oh, it's thinned out a lot? I think it'd be the opposite.
Yeah,
I think it'd be like
no, it's thinned out a lot. I mean, it goes through stages. It's hit a little increase recently, a little bit, but not the way it used to be. Mm-hmm. But I also think, though, like a lot of people, I could be wrong about this, but I feel like a lot of people started when we did here. Like, I feel like that was like a start when like a lot of people started.
Well,
so it was super busy.
The younger generation was all starting around that time. Yeah, because it'd been a while. Remember, it's been in the villages forever. Like
I know, but I mean, like really took off like locally, like in Cohajo and like this local Ocala area, and like we all progressed at like the same time. I think we just all came up, and I think also what happened with that is that now that we're all getting better, there's more orchestrated games too. So instead of showing up at 5 to 8 every time, like I'll hit up Daniel and he'll get 2 guys and we'll go play there 3 or 4.
You're going with a group, yeah.
Or we'll go in the morning one time or, whatever. Yeah, you go with a little group and you try to get, orchestrated games more.
Mm-hmm. Are the games, since the skill has gotten higher, does that make the games go faster or longer?
It really depends. So if you have 4 guys that are pretty equal, the games could be longer.
Yeah.
However, if you have one person that's just slightly below the other guys, and they still might be a good player, it just depends on the group you have that day. But if they're just below that level, that person could be picked on and then the game could be over very quickly. It's kind of,
Is it that competitive that you are intentionally targeting the weaker player, or are you just trying to beat them as a team because it feels better to beat them as a team than it does to just pick apart their one little weakness?
I think it varies. If it's open play, like the 5 to 8, you just show up. I tend to be nicer to people, and I'll play both, right? Or sometimes I'll even try to play just the harder player because I don't want to embarrass the other person. However, if you're in a very competitive setting, whatever that might be, I might attack.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, especially if there's a chance you got to sit after. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
If it's very crowded and like the winners are staying on, like you want to win the game. It also depends on how far ahead you are. Like maybe you just got a good lead and you're 6-1, and then you'll use that opportunity to hit it to the harder guy to get some more play, or to even let him play to be nice or whatever it is. But when it gets a little tight and like you're going to sit if you lose,
Yeah. You
you
got to
gotta
do what you got to
be
do.
the guy.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it definitely, you don't want to sit, right? Like,
No.
That's miserable.
No, and you get cold. Yes.
And the other thing about that weaker thing too is it all could be the day too. Like you could be exactly even, and one guy's just off that day, or one guy's extra on that day, and it changes the dynamic a little bit for that time. But that also, pickleball's weird like that.
How deep have you guys gotten into the paddle situation? Because I remember when we first started, we all had like the little Walmart cheap paddles, and then we all went down to Gage in Oxford, and there's like different weights and all this stuff. I mean, do you like have your weight dialed in? Do you have are you still kind of like, it doesn't matter really?
I'm a little different than Tony on that.
Definitely.
I have found a certain paddle I like just, between the Engage paddles, but I don't know anything. I don't weight them. I don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
I know when I start to lose some of the grit that comes on the paddle, then I want to replace it.
Okay. It's like spin and stuff.
Correct. But I play with a good paddle. I think I'm at a level now to where I know if I'm playing with a good paddle or a bad paddle. I haven't got into weighting the paddle or anything along those lines. But I definitely think a good paddle makes a difference once you get to a certain level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use pink paddles. Cheryl.
Yeah.
I named somebody.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl, for the paddle for now.
Tony had a broken paddle.
She gave you a pink one?
Yeah, she let me borrow it. And she said she thinks I'd like it. It's the diamond, 6-0 diamond, which I like. But like, I'm probably different than Daniel this way too. Like or maybe the same in certain ways, but like I get used to whatever paddle I'm in. It's whatever paddle I'm using and I'm doing well with and having a control with for a week or two. That's the best paddle I ever had.
Yeah.
Right.
Until the next one.
Yeah.
Until that one gets
Until you have a
cracked.
bad night and then it's the paddle's fault.
Bad night, and also I break paddles a lot.
Yeah.
Like they get cracked very easily on me. I hit
'Cause
the
you bang
ground
the
a
ground.
lot. Like I'm very defensive in my style, which is probably not good to be in the position to have to be defensive all the time. But whatever reason, I'm scuffing like the ground a lot, so it just affects my paddles.
Which I do remember when we were playing, you had what was kind of noted as more of an offensive style paddle. When we started, you had like the it had like the little built-in handle thing on the top. What was that brand?
Yeah. Oh, Selkirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are power paddles for
Yeah.
paddles where people want to hit the ball hard, or that's what or maybe they need help, or there's paddles that help with spin. I traditionally play with a power paddle. That's just what I'm
Yeah.
used to. But I think what Tony's saying is true too. Like whatever paddle I have is what I'm going to play with, and I'm going to get used to it. Like I'm not going to blame my play on a paddle.
No, do you know someone who does that?
I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
So as long as it feels comfortable. So.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
you.
But that is a thing. I don't think we necessarily get into the paddle stuff like others.
No, I'm one of the least
Yes.
people who get into any apparel, even the ball. Like people like, I don't like this ball. Let's change it. Like I don't care about that. I'm either not playing well or I am. It's nothing to do with the ball or the paddle or the wind or anything.
The color of the courts, does that bother you?
That doesn't bother me. The lighting doesn't bother me. I mean, I know that's a thing, so I'm not trying to like say no. Like if you get into bad lighting or sun or the court having a weird color instead of the traditional. But I don't see it. Like it
What
doesn't
used to
really
throw me off is when we used to play, because before there was like a lot of designated paddleball or pickleball courts. So then it was the tennis courts with the lines, and you have like 3 sets of lines. That throws me off
That
big
throws
time.
me off a little bit
Yeah.
too.
I haven't seen that in a while though. I haven't played
Yeah.
on a tennis court. But when I first started playing at Scott Kerrigan,
Yeah, it
I went
was
out
so
there.
many
I'm like,
lines.
I don't know what is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot, especially when
Yeah.
you're chasing one down that is lobbed over and you don't know where it's got to land. Yeah,
Right.
It's a lot.
And calling it.
Yes.
Calling it, and it's like, is that out in?
Has there been a lot of that like bullshit, like bullshit calls because
There's
people are
always
getting
some of that.
competitive?
I mean, I think most people try to be honest, don't you?
I think so. I think there's a few people who will, who aren't as honest, but who those people are. But I would say the majority of all people are going to be honest. The one thing is you you got to know where you're at the court before you're going to call a ball in or out. That's the only thing I ever get frustrated with.
I agree.
If you're on one side of the court and the ball's on the other, like you cannot call a ball.
Make the call. Yeah.
Because that ball is going to look in or out just depending on where you're actually standing.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen that like little kind of viral photo of like like they're moving the ball at different places in, out, from the top view versus the side view. And it is very hard to tell. Have you guys played any ref games like at tournaments? There's tournaments where they have like an actual ref, or is it all your own call?
All your own call.
I've never played a tournament.
No.
Yeah. The few I've done, no, there's no ref.
No.
There's no ref. So, yeah, again, I've never, I can't remember a time where I thought someone was being dishonest, but I can remember a lot of times where I thought someone had a bad eye.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, really? You know, that's what you're seeing.
Even sometimes in your favor, where you're like, that was clearly out.
Oh, no.
They called it in.
No, almost never in my favor. No.
Yeah.
And that is true. Maybe they're not being dishonest, but they're calling a ball. They're at a bad angle to say one way or another. I tend to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say that ball's in unless I'm like 100% certain it's out. Like I would rather play it that way than the opposite.
And you got to be, and if you're on top of it and you're waiting for it to bounce, and you are even in a position to hit it back, but you decide not to because it's out, then like clearly it's got to be out.
Well, like a serve, for instance. Say the serve's coming to me. I'm always standing a foot behind the line at least. So like, and I'm waiting. Like I purposely like, I know that if I'm getting it off the skip here, it has to be out because I'm not over the line, but I still won't call. I want my partner to call it because I'm looking too down on it to want to be that guy to be like, no, when it's that close. And if my partner doesn't call it, I won't call it.
Yeah, and it doesn't really affect a lot of games, honestly.
Yeah.
How was the style of play with all the stuff with like the body bag and like targeting the body or like what's the other one like
the Dirty Nelson,
or
the Nasty Nelson,
Nasty Nelson, and then like the
Daniel loves that.
Is it like the Ernie or something where they jump over the kitchen? Like
Yeah.
Has all that stuff like gotten like pretty like
Some people
most
do it.
games
So
common?
the Nasty Nelson thing is all just being silly when we're playing fun games.
Is it intentional or is like
It's 100% intentional.
Yeah.
So it's my go-to move. I love to do it,
yeah.
but I will only do it with people that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Like, because I could see someone being mad about it.
That's the one where you do it on a serve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disrespectful if you're doing that to like strangers, kind of.
Yeah.
What about just during regular play? Like as it's going and like you see, you just target their body.
Well, that's a body bag.
Yeah.
It's just a body.
So that's during normal play, though.
Yeah.
But is that like
That's a strategy.
Is it? Does it work?
It does work. Now, granted, I would do it playing against Tony, like someone who has good ability, and you know, like if I hit a softer shot or whatever, they could get it back. But I'm not. If we're in a general rec game and it's just someone that's maybe a lower level, I probably wouldn't do it. But if it's a good enough quality game that we're playing, yeah.
I remember when we first started, it was always like everyone was so apologetic. If you actually hit someone with the ball, you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay? You okay?" Like everyone's checking in on them, and now it's like a strategy.
Well, it's a fake apology.
Well, yeah, it's like the net when it dribbles over the net. Fake apology.
Yeah.
But also the whole thing with the body bag is sometimes it's not on purpose. It's it's an actual speed up that was just so good the guy couldn't get out of the way.
their paddle there.
Just hit him in the stomach or something. And an actual apology, by the way, like a legit one is if you body bag someone kind of high.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kind of hit them around the face or the upper neck or something. Then it's a legitimate apology. Like
And there's also a difference between hitting someone like with like a forehand or a backhand, different from an overhead. Like if I'm hitting an overhead, I'm probably not going to try to hit you on purpose. Like, you know, you try to hit
it low.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit it low or away from you. Or if I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you in the leg.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to hit you up top. Like I'll never try to hit someone. Well, I shouldn't say never. I've hit Dylan Grace a few times on purpose. I know we shouldn't name names, but he's a friend.
That's Adam's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the overheads are
You
different.
just named another person.
Yeah.
Adam Grace.
Those aren't bad. They but overheads, I don't think anyone ever tries to hit anyone with an overhead.
No.
It's more a forehand or a backhand or something like that. That's a traditional body bag.
Well, if you have a weak overhead, I know someone that does actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know someone sitting in this room that has
I have a weak overhead.
overhead.
Yeah.
And you have to hit it low. I mean, your goal is to hit it low because I mean you're not pounding it like Daniel or Adam
tennis
or something.
background or
so
something.
like someone could get it back. People get it back all the time.
Yeah.
If I hit it, I'm not trying to hit it high.
That is true. Depends on, but in general, it's accepted to be able to, you know, again, never high though. Like if you hit someone high, that's a true apology. Like if I hit you above the belly button, I'm probably
It was
overhead.
most likely an accident on your case anyway. Usually, like it really was like, hey, I meant to hit it low.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. It just came off.
Do we have to have perfect shots all the time? Must we?
Yes. And then the other thing is, I think you were saying like the Ernie. I don't ever Ernie. I know there's.
No, you
people-
don't Ernie ever.
I never Ernie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a play. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with an Ernie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get Ernie, to me, it's your fault. Like you weren't controlling the ball.
Yeah. Some people are really good at like hiding that though. You know,
At what?
I hate getting burned on an Ernie. I get so mad at myself.
Well, doesn't Sam like hunt for it? You were telling me back in the day. Like
no, Sam's not an Ernie guy really.
Evan tries it.
Evan's a little bit of an Ernie person.
Gustavo will try it.
Yeah. Greg. A lot of people are Ernie people. The younger people, like those guys that we were playing with the other day, on Saturday, 2 young guys.
Oh,
And I could name names.
yeah.
I could. I don't think they care anyway.
No,
They
I
don't
don't.
care. Derek and Stu.
Yeah.
So they were Ernieing. I don't know which one. I think both. The younger people are more apt to.
Yeah, because you got to be quick. You got to set it up,
Yeah.
know the shot that's coming, and then be able to get out of the kitchen and hit it.
And people who are good do it slight too, very slightful. Like you don't see it coming to the last second.
That's true. Yeah. And they're younger and both athletic too.
Yeah,
So they can get away with it.
Super athletic.
indoor, outdoor. Like, what's the preference?
Really, we've only played indoor a few times, or I have.
Yeah. I played in Orlando a couple times indoors. Pictone is not really indoors. It's technically outdoors.
an overhead.
Yeah. Same with Tampa.
They changed the balls for indoor, right? Are you supposed to? I think.
I don't think so.
I think that's only if you're playing on like a wood, like a gym type surface or something.
Because the little. Thin
I think if
wall
it's
ones.
the same asphalt, you just use the same ball. Yeah.
I think I like outdoor better. That's just what I'm used to, and I haven't had
Yeah.
enough experience indoor.
There's no difference.
I would just say the light. I've played the 2 or 3 places I have played the lighting. Like one, I've noticed it when the lighting was bad, like,
shadows.
or it's just not as bright, or whatever the case might be.
Right.
So, or whatever's in the background, right? If there's a white wall or something like that.
Yeah, that too. Or sometimes
harder.
it's pillars, like that,
Yeah.
that place in Orlando. It's Racket Sports, maybe one. It's kind of close. The courts are close and the pillars are close. Like you can run into something.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I enjoy it actually. It's fun.
The pillars are part of the game.
Yeah,
Get a
it's fun.
concussion playing pickleball. Yeah.
But
But there is, we've played at the place in Ocala now a few times indoor. I haven't noticed. Their kitchen is a different color. We talked about that earlier. I think they recognize that and they might be changing it. But
nice.
Yeah.
It's like beige or something, right?
it's not green. It's just it's similar to the ball color. So
Yeah.
You gotta get
Well, they
pink balls.
had all these pink balls when I went there that night.
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't care about that either, really. But a lot of people did.
It's hard to track sometimes. Like they're not used to tracking that color.
Well, if it's contrasting a different surface, so it's not that bad. It shouldn't be,
Yeah.
really, unless
People aren't or they're not used to it. People don't like change, right?
Yeah.
So you get a new color ball.
I guess.
It's the reason. Yeah.
Because I remember back when I first started playing, I didn't realize anything about pickleballs. And I bought, every time you go to play at Cohadjo, your ball just gets left there, right? You start and you move courts and your ball, you never go home. So I'm like, hey, I don't know how to tell which balls are mine. So I bought some like fluorescent color, like some pink ones basically. Same ball though, still the Franklin, and nobody ever wanted to play with it just because it was a different color. And I'm like,
It's weird.
I know.
It's so weird
So
Very
people
particular.
don't like change. So
Yeah.
at all.
So
Like the Y? You like playing at the Y?
Yeah.
I do not like playing at the Y.
Really?
Yes.
Let me see if I can guess
Because
why.
the crowd or the courts.
I'm gonna say it's too open and maybe there's too much wind.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So they don't have any wind screens. And
Yeah.
honestly, they have no trees around there. Like, Cohadjo gets windy, but they have all the big trees around
Yeah,
the course.
Cohadjo is probably the least windiest place around.
Yeah.
Oxford's
It's pretty
pretty
protected.
windy.
Oxford gets pretty windy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I wonder what they're doing about that. Because they've been around for a while.
Do you notice how large the community in this area with pickleball is now? Like when we first started, we just knew each other. And now it's like, honestly, it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it's probably hundreds of people. It's probably hundreds
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That are playing.
that are somewhat connecting with each other at one point, either group chats or whatever.
Well, look at even Shania she lives in Dunellen. And she has like that whole Dunellen gang that comes here all the time.
Right,
You
right.
know? So, there's people traveling for play.
And she has people over all the time, like in segments.
Yeah.
You come from 8 to 10, we'll play, and then these people will come from 10 to 12.
She's probably the most invested girl I know in pickleball.
Yeah, but it's funny how pickleball is. I'm gonna talk about her a little only because I know she won't care. People go through stages. So I always thought she was the most pickleball person I've known, like person, not woman, just completely, really addicted to the game.
Well,
like,
even her daughters play too.
And but just like her level of commitment to it and her distraction from it, even. Like where you're planning on doing this, but then you just get pulled away and just you constantly pickleball. But she's going through a phase now where she's detaching a little bit from it. She still plays a little bit. I know it because I talk to her all the time. I think it's temporary, but it happens.
Has she said why? Has she said because like she's not progressing or she's just frustrated with it?
No, it's not that much. She's too easygoing for that. She doesn't get that affected by that. It's more just personal things. Like, her daughter is getting married this week.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah. Allie.
I didn't know that.
And so there's that, and there's like the trips that she's planning, and like work-related stuff is getting more intense for her.
The sacrifices.
And so she's just like enjoying other things more, like going on the river and things. And pickleball, I think anything that you're like super hyper focused on, almost to the point of like ups and downs where you feel like bad about yourself and then you feel great about yourself and then just so focused on it. If you step away for 2-3 weeks, a month, you almost question whether you even want to do it again. I think she's going through like a small version of that.
Yeah, it's like a mental, it's mentally exhausting. Like, you don't realize it.
Do I want to be more balanced, like what you said?
She's a connector though. She knows a lot of people. Like every time I see Shania, there's always a good group of people to play.
Yeah.
People attract her, wanting to play with her.
Right.
Or if she says she's playing, normally her game come. She's
such a fun, bubbly person in general. Like there's no ill or hatred at all.
Well, what you're saying is even how I feel good about it because I was the connect for her because we met. She came here one day early on, like 3 months in or something, and we met, and then that connected all of this, including like Nate and like the Jeremy crowd and Clayton and all the people that stop in from Marion Oaks that some of those people by face you would know them.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of that too. Anytime I'm trying to play, I'm like, "Hey Tony, what's going on?" Like. A lot of people reach out to Tony.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Tony says a ton of.
I don't know how, but
he is
to the point to where even when you don't want to play, you get sucked into playing anyway because you do have a problem. You're addicted to it.
Yeah.
The fear of missing out is what he always tells me. He's like,
it's a FOMO.
Yeah. Good games, but then you go there and you're not going to be 100%, but you don't give yourself any grace when you're not.
It depends on the level. Like that last Monday we played. Like I told you, I really didn't know, and it showed. I mean, that was. Mentally, and then it shows in physical ways too. But like, I'm not there at all. But that's an extreme case. Sometimes it's like in the middle where it's like not really feeling it, but I'm looking to have some fun, and that's fine. I might not be my best, but it's okay.
Yeah, you're going.
When I go in like really not wanting to, I'm done.
And I think it comes down to, especially you were hinting at it, like what kind of game is it? Is it going to be mixed games? Is it going to be this kind of open play, or is it going to be like like that day? It was more of like, hey, we're getting a group together to play. So it was going to be more on the competitive side.
Yeah. That's true too. Yeah.
Does Tony still have the black cloud?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
He has one player that he can't play with that creates a black cloud. They're oil and water.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I see it show up.
Does he do a good job of not playing with that player, or does he constantly play with that player?
So I think you know that answer.
Oh no, the black cloud.
And it's not the other player's fault either. It's just pickleball is weird. You could have two good playing partners together, and I know we've talked about this a lot, and you not play well together. Like maybe your styles are too similar, or maybe you just don't mesh well with that other player for whatever reason. And this could be their ability could be yours or better. It doesn't matter. And I think that's kind of the case with Tony's Black Cloud. So
yeah, when it comes to partners, is it kind of like a relationship? Like you want them to be good at your weaknesses and you want to be good at their weaknesses? Or is it like you want to have the same strengths, same weaknesses, same style or different styles? Like what would you really like if you were going to a tournament, like a real tournament, and like you were actually invested in it and you had to pick a person just based off of like style and stats, what would you really look for?
Complementary. I don't know if it's necessarily be good at what I'm not, but someone who can complement the way I like to play. And there is a thing now where I don't know if we're at this level yet where one guy only plays the left side or one guy only plays the right side. We don't do much of that with the stacking, but definitely there's people that you play with that you just sync better with. Maybe they're, they kind of know what you want to do and then they'll play that style, if that makes sense. And it's not necessarily who the best player is, right? Like,
Yeah.
Is it typically someone who's more dominant and somebody who's more supportive? Like, is that kind of the two roles still? Because that's kind of how it was a little bit
It doesn't
in the beginning.
have to be, but I think it does fall into that a lot. But I don't think it has to be, though.
Yeah, like who's more formidable to like your style and like what they know you kind of just know like, hey, that he's going to go to grab this. I'm going to step out of the way, as opposed to
Some of that, maybe.
Yeah.
swinging at the same ball, hitting paddles.
Yeah, well, definitely that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think honestly, Tony's a good example. So I play very aggressive. So if there's a ball in the middle, especially if I'm on the left side, I'm going to be aggressive all the way in the middle. He knows that, right? So he won't try to like fight me in the middle. He just kind of knows like if that ball's in the middle, he knows that I have it.
Yeah.
And then he's ready for whatever's going to happen after that.
But then if you miss the ball and it lands on Tony's side, do you blame Tony?
It's your ball, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's a good question. People will do that, right? They'll argue which ball's actually pedal. Now,
But meanwhile, you've been poached in the center the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's your ball, dude. Just your forehand.
I have
right?
a circumstance like that. I think they call it the black cloud.
Yeah. The black cloud.
I think that's less about play style, more about just you also want to like playing with your partner, right?
Yeah.
Like there's people that I could play with that are good and this is maybe a fault that I have. Like I won't want to win if I'm playing with certain people, which is very hard to say because I'm very competitive. But I just hate playing with certain people, even though they're good players. I just don't enjoy.
So
playing
elaborate
with them.
on that. So you don't want to win because you want to switch partners. You want to go off and come back on.
Maybe not winning is probably not the best way to say it. Is I won't actively try to play on their team. So if there's 4 guys
I got you.
standing around wanting to play, I will try my best not to play on their team.
And that's because of their style of play or personality.
Personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
now,
have an issue that way.
what would you categorize as the styles of play? As like certain styles.
I'll let you have this one.
All right. Before I answer, you mean like
some people are defensive, some are offensive, some are this.
I think at this level, everybody has an element of everything. So everybody's rounded to some degree, but are stronger in certain things. So the stronger aspect, separating those categories, some are stronger at very aggressive offense. Again, I guess I could probably name names because who's going to care?
Yeah.
Like Daniel for sure.
We're not trying to attack anybody either.
Yeah. Gannon, you know, Gannon, he's super, super aggressive. Like he's very footworkish, getting up to the front. Jorge is maybe a hair less aggressive, but still aggressive. He has a little bit of a softer style too, but so there's that wild aggressive, like I'm coming to attack. Then there's more of a pace type person, someone who's setting the pace, kind of like moving people around, you know, dinking to the side, dropping, pulling people away, changing paces, driving one down the middle, and then dropping one to the corner, pace related. Usually those people also have a pretty good defense as well. There's that whole thing. I mean, I think everything falls somewhat in there, but then there's variations of that. But I think that's the two main.
So I remember there was
categories.
it used to be like a lot of like dinking players, and then there was a lot of like drive players who like wanted to just like their third shot drop, they would just drive it, you know, like different ways. And that was just kind of two different styles. Okay, are we pounding it back and forth, or are we going to do this little dink game? You know, like what are we doing?
I think when we originally
changed.
started, it's changed a lot.
Yeah,
when
that's
we
changed.
originally started, I think the third shot drive, people would get so mad. That's not how you traditionally played pickleball.
Right. It's drastically changed.
Yeah, that's changed now to where it's a mixture of both, right? Like you can drive. I think everyone, I think what Tony said, has the ability to do that. That just might not be their strongest point.
Well, not even strongest, but like that's not their go-to style, you know, like, yeah.
To where you know a third stop drop is good, right? If that's what you're good at, right? It can go either way.
Yeah.
But it's changed a lot from when we originally
It's changed
started.
drastically. It's very strategic, you know, because I mean, you could choose to drive, but even that's going to be for a reason. You're not driving like, hey, let me just drive the ball. It's for a reason.
You're always thinking about the next
Well,
shot.
you might do a middle drive. One is because you have a chance to get a free point because there might be some confusion between the two guys going in. So you always have that possibility, but likely not if you're playing high. But likely somebody in the middle is just gonna, whoever's taking it, is going to just kind of put one back at you in not a strong, aggressive way most of the time, which will get you 3 or 4 steps up. At that point, if you feel like you could see an angle of a hard shot, maybe a body shot or an angle, you might drive one more time, but you don't have to. At least you're closer to drop at that point. You know, you don't have to drop all the way from the baseline, which gives you a higher percentage of a land shot or a good land shot. And so it's very strategic. And even that drop could be based on where their position is or what you're going to do. So it's super strategic. They're leaning a little bit in the middle and the left. You might go that corner, pull them over. You might count on this guy not following that guy. So your guy here is going to go get it. This guy doesn't come enough, leaving more room in the middle. You know that guy could pop it because the way you put it, pops it even a little bit. Someone like Daniel's going to put it right down the middle. So everything's like thinking ahead, and kind of like a chess game almost.
Yeah. So really,
and that's at our level. Imagine like the pro level, how, you know.
Yeah. So, and kind of elaborate on what you're saying, like you're driving the ball not expecting to get a point. You're driving it just to set up kind of the next shot. Right. To where back when we originally started, you were kind of driving it to try to win a point, right?
Right.
To where now it's like we're driving it, yes, but what's going to happen next is really what we're trying to figure out. Make the drop easier, or maybe they do pop it up. So really, you're not expecting that though.
Are you constantly thinking about forcing what their next shot's going to be, or are you just playing the best ball you can play?
I think that's what separates the good players. So we've talked about this. So you could have 2 players that are very similar skill level. Like they can drop the ball, they can hit the ball, they have good overheads, but who can think about the game tactically, right? Who, like, kind of what you're saying is what I hear is, and what I look at as another player is, what are their strengths and weaknesses on the other side? What do I want to exploit that, or do I want to hit my best shot? Yeah. Right. And that's kind of all part of the equation and that's what separates a player, not to go levels. It could be a 3-5 or 4 or 4-5. To me, that's what separates who's a better 4-0 or who's a better 4-5 is they could be same skill level, but who thinks about the game strategically and just not hitting random shots. Yeah. They're hitting a shot to set up a next shot.
They're not just keeping it in play. Yeah.
Well, they're applying pressure. But to also go a little deeper what you're saying, sometimes you are just playing to get it over. That's actually a tactical decision too. Yeah. Because if you're put in a bad position, your best decision is to just get it over without trying to be too tactical. You might get a nice tactical shot, but it could be a lot lower percentage shot. So that actually separates the good from the bad too, because why would you try that shot if you only got a 25% chance?
You're trying to be cute.
Yeah, and then you're such in a defensive position now. Just get it over, try to make it where you're giving that person as least offense as possible, and that's it. And that's a great shot for that point. So it's decisions, constant decisions, and that's what we're all working through, I think, in this. I am, for sure.
Yeah. And I think that goes into separating the different levels, right? Like knowing, like, I could hit this shot. Likelihood it's going in is not very good. Let me just hit it in play and live to fight another point, right? Like just make them do something and try to get back, right? You want to be in control of where the ball's going. Right. Yeah. And you don't want to be in that defensive posture. When you're defensive, you're just trying to stay alive. And then you're trying to reset a ball to where it can get back to neutral. And then you reset what you're going to do.
Exactly.
Is that middle ground between the kitchen and the baseline still like death? Like that little middle ground? Because I remember it used to be like you're either up or you're back. Like being in that middle ground was just punishment.
Go ahead. Okay, no, it's not a good place to be. You don't want to stay there long. Yeah, that's why they call it the transition area. So, but you're gonna be there sometimes. At least if you're gonna be there even with your partner.
In sync, yeah.
Don't leave that space like where he's up there and you're trapped in transition. That leaves a huge gap. And also, the better we're all getting, the more we could reset from that area. That's a tremendous addition to like getting better in the game. Especially like again, Gannon. He's very good at that too, like resetting on a hard shot from the transition where it's just, and Jorge's really good too, at resetting it on a volley right in the kitchen, bam, that'll get him that 5 steps back to the kitchen. So.
I see. All right. Is there still a lot of people that just bang it right into the net and that's it? Or is it more of like out shots? Like shots going, like when you get to, I guess like a higher tier and you guys are playing really good games, how are the points lost? Is it just like impossible balls? Is it is it mistakes on the other team? Like, are they? I mean, I know it's a mistake if they're setting you up to slam one down, But like, how many actual just errors are there that are really causing the points?
Really depends on the level that you're playing. So like when I even try to go up a level and play with a Jason or even Gannon, those guys, really what it comes down to is I'm not making the ball. I'm leaving the ball too high.
Yeah.
To where whether that's my drop, I hit a drop and it doesn't get low enough, or if I hit a drive that's too high, and then basically then I'm on defense the whole time. So then I'm either stuck with trying to get a ball back just in the defensive position, or I try that 25% shot and just hope that I pull it out for whatever reason. So I think it's more. I think it's more on who you're playing against that's just putting you and applying pressure to you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because like what could be deemed as an error at a high level is not really an error on a lower level because they're not going to capitalize on that little error. But like, Are you guys just still hitting into the net?
Well, I think I call that an outright error.
Yeah.
Like the other things I call just like execution.
Yeah, a tactical error. Yeah.
Execution mistakes or.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of balls just outright hit into the net anymore.
Well, it also depends what you're doing. Sometimes we're playing silly.
Yeah.
We're trying the 25% shots. Like, especially like sometimes I have the most fun, like with you and Adam and like Sam or something, or Adam or Dylan, Grace. And like, we're really kind of goofing. We're playing hard, but we're goofing around completely. And you guys are like hitting them out, trying shots and like, oh, you missed by this much. That's like, yeah, we're hitting things out because we're trying the 25% shots and stuff like that because this is when you could do it. But like trying to win a game, no, I don't think there's a lot of just outright nets and outs. I think it's more just tactical execution mistakes that somebody else is capitalizing on.
Sure.
Which when I'm off, I do a lot. And that's, I think, 100% why I would lose games regularly is because of my executions are off that day.
And there still are errors, don't get me wrong. It's just that's not what lost you the game, though, right? Just because you hit one ball in the net. You lost the game probably because the other guy was just hitting better shots. Maybe you left one up, and then you know what I mean. You left one up, and you or they were applying pressure on you. You're losing more games than that than driving a ball into the net, or just hitting a ball out of bounds. Like that's going to happen in every game. You try to limit those. Obviously, the more you limit those, the better chance you have to win. So
what's some of the longest games you guys have played score wise? Because like you got to win by 2, right? So it just keeps going and going and going from
It's
11.
like 99, 96.
No.
I don't see games that long. 14, 15 maybe to 13.
I had a 19-17 game once, and I had a handful of 16-14 games. But I seen one. Was it you? I know Sam was in the game. I know that for a fact. Maybe it wasn't you, but I watched it. I witnessed a game that went to like 22-20. Yeah, like a month or two ago, and it was a pretty good game too. Like it wasn't like a lower level. I know Sam was in it, and I know it was amazing points. It was fun to watch.
It's back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
It is fun to watch a lot when you have like two fast players and they're like returning stuff. Like that's
great gets and stuff, and like point volleys that go on.
Yeah, I watched Sam. I mean, Sam was playing unbelievable the other night.
Yeah.
When he's on, I mean, his hands are so fast and stuff. Yeah.
His athleticism is stupid.
He was hitting a backhand. He was hitting like a backhand dink with pace. I don't know how he's doing it in like a perfect spot.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what happened. He came back from Europe, and he came back. You don't know how people progress so fast in this. So he was like, everybody that I thought was like okay is like great now. Like everything changed,
Yeah.
So his tactics, he's a hard hitting, like he's a banger kind of guy, So he came in trying to overpower, which he used to be able to do. He couldn't do it anymore. Either he was hitting him out or he was not getting there fast enough, or people were being able to get it back in a compromising position for him. He's like, what the heck?
It wasn't supposed to come back.
And come back well. Come back at a hard position for him to do anything with. He'd pop it up. So he was losing, and then he started developing his soft game again, and now he's deadly. And he's not even barely playing.
Yeah.
Like it makes it look easy, you mean? Oh, like he doesn't go a lot.
He's only playing a couple times a week. He doesn't play like we play.
Now, how long did it take him to adapt once he came back from Europe? Like, what do you say? Was that like a week, 2 weeks, a month?
At least a month.
It took him it did take him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it was more the mental side. He was like, he had to refigure out the mental side, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He thought he knew he was gonna be bad coming in, so he started playing bad. Like
I think the opposite.
pressure.
Yeah, I think what
he
Tony
was
was
shocked.
saying.
Yeah.
Like he was hitting balls that he thought were winners.
Yeah, he thought he was going to dominate.
And they're getting it back, and he's like, I've got to redo this.
Yeah.
Like, this is different now.
That's what we call, like, when with coaching side, we call, like, watching your work. Like, they'll take a shot and then they'll stand there and I'm like, you got to follow up. But you never know. Like, it could bounce out. Like, quit watching your work. Like, you got to be
like
prepared.
you kick one good and you're just like,
Yeah, you're watching. It's going to go in.
kind of
and
like
then it bounces
baseball.
out.
You think you put one out, but it's a little close and just standing there,
And you're
kind of
not running the
jogging,
bases?
and
Yeah.
it hits the wall. You barely get a double
Yeah,
out of
you're
it.
watching your
Barely.
work,
You almost
man.
get done that second.
Yeah, I see that being a big thing with pickleball. Like, you do, like, a big overhead and you don't think it's coming back, and then...
And then you make a silly error next, right? Because they got it back. You're like, what the? Like, how did they
you're
get that
shocked.
back? Yeah.
That really amazes me how people are getting it back now. I can't believe people are this like fast. You know, everybody's just so fast.
So what would you say as far as with when you guys are playing good games, higher level people, what is the age brackets?
Mixed, right?
It's pretty mixed.
Yeah.
That is the one thing with pickleball. You can be good from 20 years old to 60 years old. Like, so it's pretty mixed. I'd say we're all roughly
30 to 45
Yeah.
maybe, average. Yeah, so the ones I consider really good that are young, it's a different type of good though, because they're so quick. Like, do you know like Jay? You know those guys from Fort King, the tennis guys, Jay and Dre and Jay?
So I played against them, honestly, when I first started playing at the Y. So Adam played at the Y all the time. His parents played there. So I went over there and played. He was there the first time. But I haven't played him actually since what I considered to figure out how to play pickleball either. So
Yeah, they're really good and they're fast. And like even like a Derek or like an
Sam.
Enzo, Sam, like it's a different type of pressure. Like it's like you could play a 65-year-old that will kill you, but they'll kill you differently than those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are so fast that it's mentally hard for me compared to like the same level at 60 that could still beat me, but in a different way.
Well, it's like we're saying by very offensive people versus people who are
super
just talented with the skills and the strategy.
Yeah.
Who are like, it's almost, they're not even breaking a sweat. They're just like playing little, like the older crowd.
It's just their movements are quick. They get up to the line fast. They shift quick.
their hands are good. So
Hands are quick.
If you try to body bag them, you're not going to hit them.
Right. They come back quick. They could snap it back fast. They're you could have a good dink, like one of those aggressive Sam ones you were just talking about, like that dinking across like hard, and they'll still get it good, or they'll ATP it. Like where you don't think they could get to the ATP because it's super fast and kind of coming off the side quick. They'll get it. They're just fast.
And you just
it's
call
a-
it out. You say
it's
out.
a different level of speed, athleticism that adds to the game, I think, when you're young and good.
And then the older people, where they're good is they hit a ball that's always barely above the net, so you can't be offensive. Or their drops are good to where really you're defensive back, right? Like they're just hitting balls in good spots pretty much at all times. Or they have the tactical part, right? They're going to move you around, but they don't leave a ball up. So that's what's tough.
Yeah.
And they're great with angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we used to play, there was one of the strategies was defense could just kind of win games because you didn't really even have to be offensive because the offensive person would just make an error. But now it sounds like what you guys are saying is it's more of you have to have some level of offense to finish. Like
Definitely.
You can't just count on them to make errors
Yeah.
and give you points.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause-
that's kind of where you were playing a lot of defense, and then you realize like, okay, I've got to step up my offense again.
Yeah, well, I'm still in that phase.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I've come a good way, but I got a good way more to go. But 100% that.
Yeah, because it's like with ping pong. Like you have some guys who like they just make errors all the time.
Yeah.
You're being very offensive, and if you just played a defensive game, they mess up.
Yeah.
Which that could work. I mean, obviously you win a lot of games playing that way, but to keep progressing,
Right.
you have to have a certain level of offense. Like you got to be able to hit a shot, and if they pop it up, you got to be able to put
Finish
it away.
it, yeah.
You got to be able to put it away.
Yeah.
Or
And
at least
also-
have the mindset. It's not even you might have the ability, you just don't have the mindset to do that. Like you just want to reset, or you just want, you're just comfortable with another dink. So when you get that opportunity, you have to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And also as everybody's getting better, they're making less errors. So the defense that used to win you points because they made 50% errors, now they're only making 5% errors, and you're still doing the same defense.
I see.
Like, what are you going to do now?
Are there any rules in pickleball that you don't agree with, you don't like, that you would change about the sport, or things you may add?
I don't think so. Not rules.
You don't think they should add a dining room like right past the kitchen? You could be like there with 1 foot.
Yeah. I know one rule I don't like at courts. I think winners should always stay. It's not actually like a rule in the game, but to me, like sometimes if it's busy, they'll be like 4 on, 4 off. It drives me crazy.
Who's making those decisions? 4 on, 4 off.
I think that's a standard rec park, public
Yeah.
park thing.
And I'm one. If you win, you deserve to stay. Like,
They used to have like a king of the court. Little one court was like you could stay. Like it was known for staying.
That's true, though. That's actually standard in every park but College.
yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that should be a thing.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Because if you win, like, you don't, I don't know, like that's the whole point of playing. You want to win. Like there should be a consequence for losing.
Which
Yeah.
I think there was also when we were playing, like you said, Kojo was so busy. There was no real tier structure. So like there was such a mix of skill levels that you could have, I mean, everybody's out here to have fun and socialize and this and that. But like when you're going out there with intent to actually play like, competitive games, you'd have someone mix in who was, you knew him well enough, but like he wasn't at that level. And there was, there's no kind of park rule or like, or norm that could really buffer that from happening.
No.
And you didn't want to be shitty and be like, hey, get out of here.
I can.
Yeah, you let him in or be your partner, but knowing that, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to lose. Now I'm going to be sitting because you wanted to come play with us. And there was no like kind of unknown rule that like, hey, these center courts are for this level of skill.
Yeah.
These ones are for not.
We could talk about this for days.
Yeah, this is...
Is it still happen? Is it still going to happen?
It's never not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never not going to happen.
I mean, a little bit of self-awareness and it would never happen. But
That's true. That's
like
true.
you shouldn't need a park rule to tell you that.
Right. That's a good point. But what would also help is what you said. If there was segments of
course.
Levels. This level's for beginners, intermediate.
Yeah.
This is the challenger court.
Maybe we should recommend that for Cohadjo.
Yeah,
Or
you
you
definitely should.
you set it up like Bunko, like you start here. If you win, you go up. If you lose, you go down, and you just work your way to the top. And then all the winners stay at the top courts. And then when you lose, you go to the middle, and then you go back up. You go back and forth.
I like the other way better. Just areas.
Yeah.
Which is weird though. The indoor places I've ever played, they've actually been set up that way to where like, hey, and granted, I don't know if I'm a 3-5, 4-5, but they'd be like, hey, this is competitive play. This is intermediate. Like, so you kind of know where to go.
Yeah.
And there may be a one-off.
Yeah.
Like you're going to go to the advanced one.
Because you know
right?
the people.
And you're like, okay, let me give it this go. And you realize that you're playing against amateur pros.
Yeah.
Like they're 5.5.
And they point to the sign, like, look,
and you
asshole.
realize that you're just not there yet, and you don't want to screw their games up. So you have that one game, you get your ass kicked. You go down to intermediate. That's okay. That's going to happen.
Well, that's
here and
self-awareness.
there. That's self-awareness. Yeah.
That's where if you had it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just like it's weird because every team I'm on loses.
But it would help. That is self-awareness, but it also assists self-awareness if they had the divisions.
Yes.
It keeps it in your mind. Okay, this is here. This is here. This is where I shouldn't be. This is because I've just realized I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
This is where maybe I could be.
Or, yes, and I'm going to make an excuse for that person. If the courts were empty and that's the only place you could play, I could live with that, right?
Yeah,
Like
because there's no one else out there. You can't play by yourself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like that's the only time that I would,
Right.
which we still let people that are not up to our level play. Like,
Yeah, you
and we're
invite
not-
them in. Hey,
and
come
we're not
play. Come
jerks.
jump in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we invite them in to play, but like we're not going to be jerks about it.
Yeah, we don't discourage it.
But if there's plenty of other courts to play, that's the only time I really get frustrated. It's like, okay,
Right.
because the game is over so quickly. Like you can't even play.
But what if it's there's other courts open but no one's there? Then what? You got Joe Schmo, name no names,
And then you got a
that
group of
we
six.
see walking our way, and we're like, oh man, he walks our way. There's two open courts, but no one's there.
He's got to play. Yeah.
Yeah, then what do you do? Say
we could
no, go play by yourself.
Well, that's what you're saying. Like, I mean, at that time, you got to be like nice and be like, hey,
Yeah,
come
you'll be
mix in
invited
with
over.
us. Now, Tony, you've traveled around to play like a lot of different places.
Just fun, yeah.
How is that approach though? Like, because like you said, there are no tiers used. Like when you go to Pictona, you don't know anybody. Which now I know you know some people out there, but prior you knew nobody. You don't know who's good, who's bad. Trying to navigate that world, which you do have self-awareness, so you know, like, hey, these guys are out of my league. I shouldn't be trying to mix in with them. Like, how's that been though?
Well, they have a clear challenger court.
There at Pictona,
Clear, it's the first one.
how many
So-
courts they have there?
A lot, like 40 something.
Jesus.
Because they got outdoor ones too, and then one one's underneath, and then they got another building where they do tournaments and stuff, and then they got outside one around that building. It's a lot.
Are they at capacity when you go there usually? Like all 40 something courts, like
No.
full?
No.
Okay.
No. No,
How many
nothing
in
like
normal, typical? 10 going on?
At any given time, 10 to 20 courts are going to be used.
Okay.
You know,
That's
Yeah, so
a lot of people.
50%.
no, when you first get there, and even now, I mean, even if I know some people, whatever, like you don't really know what you're getting into. I just go in to just I want to just hit the ball around at first.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens. I'll put paddle, like if the challenger court is not busy, I'll go straight to the challenger court. And if it's busy, there's like 2 games waiting or something, I'll just put it somewhere else and I'll get into any game where I'm one of the 4 people that are going up next, and I don't care what it is. Could be the worst and the worst. Could be 2 guys are good, 1 guy sucks. It doesn't matter. And I play just to get warm. And I might even do that a couple times. I might do that then and put the paddle down and play with some other people. I start to see who's playing well. And once I feel warm, I always go right to the challenger court.
And just wait to mix in.
Yeah, just wait to mix in there. And then that, sometimes if things are well, because that's another thing too, you don't know who you're playing with. If you go by yourself, you don't know who you're playing with.
Yeah.
You need to see the person playing with before you go to the
and
challenger.
I don't usually. Or I don't know whose paddle is lining up with me. And the winners are going to stay. So that I'm watching, the people playing. And a lot of times I know who they are or whatever. And I know what might be a good game or not. So let's say I know there's a good game happening and I just happen to get a guy who is a good partner. You know, now if we win, you could play 3 games. You can't stay more than 3. You get 3 after 3, it's 4 off. You get off. So a great day is I get my 3 good games in and I win. You know, I get some. Now my momentum is going, but sometimes it doesn't work like that because either I'm not ready for that level of play. They're really good, or my partner's weak, or whatever it is. You get the 1 good game in, but you got your ass kicked or whatever. And then I just start to circulate from there. But if you're going to go for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, you'll start to intermingle. And sometimes you even get 3 guys that just want to go off to their court, and it's like even play, and you'll just run them. Those are good. Those are good.
So not on the
too.
challenger court. Just go off to your side.
If you wind up getting a good crew, you might do that, and then maybe come back to the challenger court later if you want. But sometimes it works out crappy.
So, but you're good enough. You can hang in any game though. Like, so you could go straight to the challenger court and not be an issue.
Yeah.
But, and I've seen Tony too. Like, there was one day I was playing at Kohajo with Jason. Like, you won't interrupt always, you know, if there's 4 already playing, like you won't come in and try to get in the game sometimes.
No, I wanted to go that day.
Yeah, I know.
And just sit there.
But like
or be the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was a big thing too. Is when I remember when we started, like we would intentionally have just a group of 4, and we wanted to just go and just run it, and then we were unable to because people would start trying to sit down, and you got to be nice, and next thing you know, you're mixing in. And then we used to even schedule like random times to go, like 3 in the afternoon and stuff like that. To
That's
try to
better.
Have yeah,
That is good. Yeah. I like 5 though. I always like that 1 extra.
But then you're susceptible.
That's true.
You're very susceptible.
So what's your take on this though? You don't run into this as much as I do. So pickup, right? This all comes back to self-awareness because that's kind of, to me, most frustrating time. You have a limited window to play, right? And you go and you get stuck with a bad player. But so I'll run into this like I play with Alicia. She's my wife. She's, you know, having mixed games when maybe you have 2 good guys, right? Like, or having a girl wanting to mix in or whatever the case might be, right? No one really, it's a woman trying to mix in with the men, right? Because typically one guy won't go try to mix into a game with 4 girls. You get frustrated when that happens? Say you're playing good and then you have some either people lower level or maybe playing a mixed game or a co-ed game. Does that bother you?
I mean, somebody else comes in?
Yeah.
Really depends on my mood. I mean, I could be bothered by it if I feel like there's momentum and I want to keep the good games happening. But I could also be in a frame of mind where I just want to whatever happens, happens. I like when I'm in that frame of mind. That's the best. But I also understand. I mean, if you're, especially a married situation, I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm sensitive, and Alicia knows. She has good self-awareness. Like, if I'm playing with Alicia, I'm not going to go try to play you and Sam. Like, that's just not going to. Or you know, I'm not going to.
Well, you could. First off, there's 2 things I say about that. One is I've never seen anybody play better with a weaker partner than you. Yeah. So you really amp it up. But in those situations, it's hard for me because there's 2 things I got to think about. One is you're going to do all this aggressive stuff. So I'm going to have to try to play hard against you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to play that hard against her.
Yeah.
So like as a game for me strategically, I'm not playing a game at all. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, let me hit one to her. But oh no, what Daniel came over and posted it and slammed it over there.
wrecked.
Oh no, I can't allow that.
Yeah.
So let me play hard against Daniel. They're like, but no, but Alicia's there. Let me hit it nice to her to see what she can do. Oh no, Daniel came across. So all right, no, let me hit it to Daniel.
It's
now
tough.
hard.
I know. Yeah.
You know,
It's a strategy.
It does.
For
It
your
makes it
life.
hard on the people that are playing against because you're doing exactly what you're saying. Like they're not going to try to body bag Alicia. They could have an easy opportunity to light her up, and they're not going to do it. So then they try to hit me, which is not the right shot, and then they miss one, right? Or they just hit a dink to Alicia, and then she gets it back because she is a good player.
Yeah.
And then you lose the point. You're like, oh my god, I just lost the point. You know, I'm sensitive to that. Like,
Yeah.
So when I'm playing with her, like I'll play people that are our level, or that is not going to make a huge difference. But I've seen it the other way to where people just, they sit and wait, and it's just not good.
Yeah.
It's very because then you're wasting their time, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Which she is good, so it's not a knock on Alicia. It's just it is what she's not at that level yet.
Which the tight windows are a thing too, because Kojo, doesn't it stop at like 8 or 9 or something?
They got to change that, but yes.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Like, what are you going there for? What purpose are you going there for that day? Are you going there just to like socialize and like hit the ball around and get a few good gets?
Exercise
and
or something.
You might get a good game in here or there, but basically you're just going to whatever happens. Or are you going there competitively? Like I'm spending an hour and a half of hard play. And if you're doing that, you should be organizing it,
Yeah.
right? You should have some orchestration in
Yeah.
it. So what are you going to? I got to remember this all the time because I go there so willy-nilly and everything happens.
So I understand what you're saying, but there's still a difference between joining a court you shouldn't and not, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could still go out there and have fun and be socializing, but like, I'm not going to take her to the challenger court, right? Unless that's maybe the only option, or not just her, anyone. You know what I mean? It could be anyone else,
Right.
Like, I'm not going to name a lesser player, right? But I'm not going to go to the challenger court with someone I know that's not the right level, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you also don't like to lose, so you're not going to go there just to
I
get your ass
hate
kicked.
losing. That
Well,
is
your
true.
big line is you don't care so much about winning, you just don't like to lose.
I hate to lose. That's
Yeah.
true. Winning is, I don't know. It's expected to.
It doesn't
me.
fill your cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just hate to lose. Yeah, there's two different types of people.
Yeah. But you shake it off quick though.
Yeah.
Like so if you went and had a bad night, like you had some competitive play, but normally you'd win a bare minimum of 50%, maybe even 75%. But you just had a bad night. You lost like almost every game. Just were off. You walk back to your car. You shake it off like that, like it's done. As soon as you turn the car on, it's like done. Going home.
I'm not mad about it. If I lose, I might be mad in the moment, but I mean, I've definitely thrown paddles and done some stupid. I've had paddles stuck in the top of the chair.
75 feet up.
Yes. To where Rowan had to go get the baseball.
I saw.
and
I was
throw
there.
it, yeah. My son had to get a baseball and throw it and get my paddle
get it
out of
done.
the pine tree. But after the game's over, I'm not mad that I lost. What I will do is I'll reflect, like, what do I need to get better at? This is where I obsess over it. What do I need to get better at so that doesn't happen again, right? And that's either maybe I watch, I'm this type. I'll watch videos on YouTube of people that I think are good or good at that shot and try to figure out how do I get better. And then I'll practice it, right? Like if I'm playing a lesser game, I'll work on whatever that skill is to get better at that I'll obsess on that part. But the actual me mad, like affecting the rest of my night, no. I'll just figure out what do I need to do to get better so that doesn't happen. So, but some nights you're just playing with good people that are good players.
Right.
Those ones don't affect me at all. It's when I'm playing someone lesser or something,
Yeah.
and then I lose. It's like, all right, what's going on here?
Do you ever play down to your competition? Because that like happens a lot. You start kind of taking it jokingly, and then next thing you know, you
He
lose.
starts every game down. Like just playing.
Walks in
loose.
silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Until
You got to
flip-
get down
you
at
flip
least
the gear.
4-0 before he kicks
yeah,
it in.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's a bad personality default that I have. Yeah, so I will mess around a lot at the end of the game. I always say the first 5 points don't matter.
Because you want the pressure.
I do like I want the fear of losing to come
Yeah.
in, and then that's when it changes. But honestly, that's getting harder and harder to do. So
Because it's hard to come back from it.
Well, you got to bring the number down.
yeah,
Forget about 5. Make it
It's gonna
2.
be 3, yeah.
Don't
Well,
let 2 go by.
I'm always more about self-performance, not outcome. So like if I play well, but I only win 30% of the games that I was in, like mine's more of just like, how did I perform? Like my actual abilities. And then, but I will kick in sometimes, like if it's a real thing, I'll have to like even like have an actual talk to myself, like, okay, you fucking lock it up. Like we got to win, like then, and then I'll get into that, but I don't just naturally I'm not naturally in that state of mind of like winning and losing.
Yeah, it's tough to really judge on winning and losing only because your partner is such a big part of the outcome of the game.
Exactly.
So you could have maybe played, I've had it both ways. I've played terrible, but my partner played really good and got us the win. Or I've played good and my partner played bad and we lost. Like, it's really, and I tell you this all the time.
I tell him this all the time.
Yeah,
too.
Tony always wants to say I should be able to win with anyone, and then I'm always like, dude, the higher level we play, the less that
Is that they can carry
happen,
your partner.
right?
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Especially with your styles, maybe not being the offensive dominant one the whole time, it's harder for you to carry a partner.
I agree with that. That's, I think, what I give myself the most issue with.
Yeah.
Get better,
Get more offensive.
Get more aggressive. Like,
Yeah, that will help.
pull the Jasons. But I mean, ridiculously aggressive. Even stuff that I wouldn't really do in a normal game because it wouldn't work. But do you remember, I don't even think he gets away with it as much anymore, but do you remember when Jason would have to take over because he was messing around? It was like 7-0, he was losing, and he's playing with like some girl or something, and it's like someone like you and me playing against him. And maybe at the time we're like 4.0 or something like that, 3.7, whatever level we were at the time. He would turn it on and do ridiculous stuff. Like he would just completely poach from the back end and just like hit angles.
He'd verbally tell you guys, like, hey.
He wouldn't say it, but he would. He turned it on.
His body language.
Like he was like, okay, I don't want to lose. Let me do things. Basically, he didn't let the other person play hardly at all. So I would like to be able to do a version of that. I want to be good enough to do some version of that to at least make a game out of something when I have a wildly weaker partner.
Yeah.
And when I don't do anything remotely like that, I start to get on my ass. I give myself shit over it.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, I think you could kind of do that. You could carry a weaker partner. Adam could carry a weaker partner. Adam used to be like, remember, top tier when we first started.
Yeah.
He was like,
he's good.
I don't know where he's at now, but during that time, he was, definitely the best. And he would just play silly the whole time because we were so much lower than him. He'd play silly.
Yeah, so I think when we originally started, Adam and Jason were, to me, the top, right? Which actually, I didn't even see Jason a lot.
I didn't know Jason then.
Yeah,
at all.
he came a lot more lately.
Yeah. So Adam, to me, was the best player out there by far. And then, those players, they could do anything. They could mess around and win the game or do whatever they wanted. It didn't really matter. And then we've just kept closing that. And then Jason came along, right?
Right.
Which he's always been here. But I started seeing him more. And he's basically what Tony's saying is true. He could play with anyone. And then as soon as he felt like turning on, the game was over. To where we've closed that window as really the whole community, not just you and I, but our whole group now is like closed that to where it's a lot harder for him to do that. Like he can't give up the first 5 points anymore.
Right.
So
You think he's recognized that?
I do.
Yeah.
I think he has.
yeah, Jason has good self-awareness.
Yeah.
Is he, do you think he's still actively working on getting better, or he's just does reps? Just
I don't
reps?
think so. I think he's just maintaining like a level of athleticism and skill. Like I think he was really great. Like, I think he was really great. Like we'd be fascinated to watch him play in his day. I think like stupid good. So I think he's very self-aware. So he knows where he's at. He knows his age. He's got injuries too. He's playing to just keep his athleticism and his skill to a certain level, knowing that it's a slow decline. But he knows that he's always going to be good.
Yeah.
Like even when he's 80, he's going to be, he can play with top people. He's just not going to move the same way.
Yeah.
I think he recognized he can't play as long. Like he might be able to play 4 or 5 games, not 10.
And at some point, is there even anything he could do to actually improve?
Improve?
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's going to improve. I think he was already at such a top elite thing and improving. You can only come down from that.
Yeah.
Not up. You can't go up at that point.
Gotcha.
He was just
Yeah, I agree with that.
6.3 at one time, he told me.
Was he?
That's crazy.
I thought 5 was the highest. I didn't even know it was 6.
And really, when he would come out to play with us, he was just kind of just really messing with us originally. Like he could do anything and beat us.
Yeah.
And Adam the same way, but now even Adam's trying to adjust his game to do some different stuff.
Is he trying to improve?
Yeah, no, because when you're always playing people lower than you, you could do anything to win the game.
Yeah, he used to serve and mess around and just like hit it sky high. The serves, like he would just mess around and all of
He
it.
put this crazy spin on it.
I will say that's still part of his game. Adam's a good friend of mine, so I play with him a lot. That is a little bit of just his style of play. It doesn't matter if he's playing ultra competitive or lower. He does those fun things, but he can't just overpower everyone all the time now, to which he could easily do before. So now he is working on other stuff to, to round out the game, because he was just so much better than everyone.
How serious is he with this?
I think he's pretty serious. Yeah. I mean, Adam is more that loves to just play in general though. Like he's the guy, he can play on the challenge court and be happy, or he could go play down on the lower courts.
I know, he's one of them.
Like he'll play with anyone. So, but I do think he takes it serious, because him and I have talked about playing a few tournaments together. We haven't done it yet. So I know he wants to. He just wants to see, like, how good am I, right? Like, can I go play a tournament and be good? And
How's he mentally though? Does he get in the car and it turns off, or does he carry it around like Tony does?
I don't know. We'll have to have him on one day and ask him. I don't know. I don't think it will crush him, right?
Yeah.
I think I know, because him and I went down to Oxford and played a few times where, they have a high level night, whatever, to where we're playing against people we don't know. And there's always an adjustment to that, to where, there's a little bit of nerves. You're playing at a new place. You're playing against people you don't know. They're very good.
It's windy.
Like, it's like, am I going to show up and play the way I know I can play? And that happened to us recently. Or am I going to just shit the bed, right? Like,
Right.
Because him and I went down the other day and we were playing and we were just playing terrible to start. And we actually got beat by some good players, but guys, I mean, I think we lost 11-4. It's terrible. And really just got manhandled. And we're like, well, shoot, can we just not play tonight? Or, you know what I mean? Like all those doubts came in your head. And then we ended up playing better after that. And then once we got comfortable, then we were fine. We started hitting our shots. And, like I think I hit like 4 straight dinks out of bounds, like in one game.
Yeah.
I looked at them like, I don't know what's going on with me. Like they weren't even hard shots. I just were hitting them out of bounds. And, but once he got comfortable, then it was fine. Like, or once I got comfortable. So I think that's the only mental part I would say. I don't think he's not going to hold on to a loss or anything like that. So
How's his son doing? Is he coming to knock him off the first place podium?
well, so Dylan, he moved away for college.
Oh.
So he's playing baseball.
Yeah. Pitcher, baseball.
Yeah. So he's either, I always forget if it's Warner or Weber University. It's down south. So he's not around as much.
Gotcha.
But,
Is Rowan still playing at all?
No, Rowan played that one summer and that was it. So that was it.
Yeah.
He has natural skill
Yeah, just athletic.
at anything.
Yeah.
Those, yeah.
All those young athletic.
The baseball guy.
Yeah, Sam too.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Well,
could do
it's such a
anything.
hand-eye coordination thing too, so it just translates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day he'll want to play. Dylan's very good though.
Yeah.
Like Dylan will be good as soon as he wants to take it serious.
Yeah.
Stone pro.
He's got a natural backhand, so
Yeah.
He messes around a little bit too.
yeah, he likes to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, and he could play on a court just like Adam. Like they're very easy going. So, but I think, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to ask Adam one day. I don't want to speak for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First guest.
Shoot, who you guys have on next? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
First,
him in.
first guest.
Bring him in.
I mean, he's the one that really showed us a lot, honestly. We played with him a ton.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, in the early days. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
We
he
didn't
was
really
always
have
part of the group.
many people to show us the game, really. That's what I mean. I think a lot of people started at the same time.
What started that?
Well, the thing with that is like I'm a little like Adam in the way that like I play with a lot of people too. Like I was playing with like Esther. I'll play with like anyone, you know. And I do it, I think, almost out of guilt. Like I feel almost bad that like we had it easy a little bit because the people who were playing back then were fewer. Like I think Tom played and Adam. There was a few guys and people that we might not consider good anymore, but at the time we considered
us,
them really good. And it was only like a couple of handful of people that were regulars. So they had no choice but to accept all these new talent, all this athleticism, and you know. So they would play with us, and we'd learn the game from them. It's not the same now.
Yeah.
You got hundreds of people in this general area that are pretty good. You know, between 3.75 and 4.5 maybe. You know, all decent level. That they don't want to be bothered with like new people because they want to play real games. Yeah. Then who the hell is going to give back to the
Give
newer
back,
people?
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
who
so let
does
them
that?
come in.
Yeah, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
So you got to have at least, you know, some people playing a little bit.
Which I don't know. I don't know the people's names, but Cohadjo, there's a couple of guys that run like clinics for free or like,
Yeah, I see it on the
like
Facebook
$5
site,
maybe.
yeah.
Like they do a good job, but those are mostly the older people. Where I think you're talking about maybe a little younger people crowd, right?
That want to get into
Yeah,
it.
younger people and games.
Yeah.
Not just a lesson.
Yeah.
You got to learn in games where to be.
Play.
When someone like what Jason would do, Jason would always like tell you, you know, you got to take a step up on that. You know, like the little things that you don't know when you're starting. you know.
Well, I remember the very first time I ever played pickleball was with you at the campground because you just knew the rules. And remember there was a pickleball court there.
Oh yeah, we
And
didn't
then
even know.
so
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So he told me like the rules because I don't know if you maybe played once or twice I think
Yeah.
ever, and so we played on like just used they give you the paddles, you know, like at the campground. So we played,
yeah.
And then a few months after that, Mia was doing basketball at the Y, and they'd have practice outside. So me, Brandon, and Emily and stuff, and his wife Brittany would go to the courts there, and we would just play pickleball, And I knew the rules at this point from you, so we started playing it, and then I invited Tony one day when we started getting more serious.
Awesome.
Not during the practice, but just like on a regular Saturday or something. And Tony came and played, and then from there he took off
Yeah.
I loved
nuts.
it immediately.
Yeah, took off nuts. And I don't know what brought you to it, because I know you knew the game at the campground, but you didn't really
invited
play.
me. Yeah, I think you invited me out to play one day, and it was with Sam. It was, all I remember was like 1,000 degrees, and you guys had your shirts off, and I'm like, wow, I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape.
We had our pickleball buddies. yeah.
That's probably before I lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was when you first, and
Yeah.
it changed your life cardio wise.
Yeah,
Right. Because
yeah.
at the time
Oh,
you were
yeah.
just gym.
yeah, and I was kind of a little heavy, like a little. I had a belly.
You're thick though. Just
Yeah,
like
I was
that. Yeah.
thick.
Not so much like.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of
shape.
muscle size, but way more than I do now. But I was definitely not as athletic as I am now.
But I think you guys invited me out, and then I actually saw Adam there. So the backstory with Adam is Rowan and Dylan Grace are the same age. I coached him in baseball from like 8 years on. So I've known Adam forever. I did not know he played pickleball. And then I saw him out there. So then that was like my natural connection to go play with them and to play with you guys. But the funny story to all that is, I think I've told Tony this story. I lived in the Magnolias and the park. So at the Magnolias, they have a few different sections that you live in. And a new developer came in and built a pickleball court in our little park, which was 50 yards from my front door. A brand new, perfect pickleball court. And I think I only played there twice in 3 years I lived there. And now what would I do to have that at my house now?
It was only one court, but no one used it.
Nobody used it.
Yeah.
And the only time we ever went out there, and actually Dustin Quinchez was my neighbor at the time and still didn't play, Alicia was pregnant with Whitley, and she just wanted to get out of the house. So we went on Amazon, bought some paddle. We didn't know the rules. I didn't know anything. All her and I do was hit the ball back and forth over the net just to get her out of the house and to exercise. Only time, and I lived there for 3 years, never played on that court ever. And then we moved, and then that's when we
play all
started.
the time. Yeah.
Now I drive 25 minutes to Cohadjo to go play.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is a lot. It is a long drive for you.
Yeah.
Kojo. Yeah. Is Oxford closer to you?
Oxford would be closer, yeah.
Yeah.
But Oxford, you have to rent it's not free open play. So.
No, it used to be.
You got to
free.
reserve it, right?
Yeah.
Or you go play on Tuesday nights, but
But even then, you got to pay, don't you?
it's like $5.
Okay.
It is nice though having like the bar, food,
Yeah.
that the
Good
crowd,
environment.
TVs.
Does that get busy in that bar there when you're there on Tuesday nights?
No.
Because they used to have like karaoke or something.
The karaoke there's really like
I
they got some
always
stars
leave
there.
at 7:30,
Really?
so I don't know. If it starts, I'm usually leaving by 7:30 because I think it ends at 8.
Well, again, I'm not even sure if karaoke's on the Tuesday,
Oh, I got
but I
you.
know they do it at least once a
Yeah.
week.
I've always said I want to organize us to go play down there on a Friday night and just,
Yeah, and like chill out.
chill
actually
out.
hang out.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, that would.
But I like Cohadjo. I mean, I'm just used to Cohadjo too. So
Yeah, well, you're just like Mr. Popular over there. You're just
I
like
don't,
the
I
star.
don't know if I'm very popular.
You're the star.
He always says that.
No, actually, I think I have more people who try not to play with me because they just don't like me.
I don't think there's a lot of people like that. I think there's a handful, and you know who they are.
Do you find yourself having like this whole subsect now? Just like these are my pickleball friends, and these are like my everyday kind of friends. Like, is it weird because you're like, hey, we'd probably really get along like outside of this as just as regular friends, but we're like super BFFs when it comes to just pickleball.
I think there's a few like that. I think Tony and I, right? We've became good friends now.
Yeah.
But in general, yeah, I think most are just, hey, these are my pickleball friends. I mean, we went to dinner after pickleball the other day. We had an open
Times.
invite.
Yeah, a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Evan joined us.
Yeah.
But I think it's a mixture.
Yeah. Just pickleball game.
And sometimes it's, I wouldn't say friend, but it is more than it would have been. Like, that guy, Michael?
Michael.
Michael's like an older
Oh, yeah, I know.
guy,
John.
pretty good.
Bald
yeah,
hair,
balling.
yeah.
So I've never hung out with him, but we were going to go to eat something, and it was like talking, me and
Yeah.
Evan, and people started hearing, oh, I'll hang out, I'll go. It was supposed to be another couple of guys go, but they backed out, like Dylan and Blake. So it wound up just being Michael and me and Evan. But like, I wouldn't normally hang out with Michael, but we were out to dinner. So sometimes it's things like that too.
Well, there's that couple, right? That's hung out with you. Or you just hung out, like you went to go to a game or something?
Oh, Mark.
Like a sports game or something?
Oh yeah. Well, Mark I'm friendly with now. The guy I did the tournament with.
But that was 100% from Pickleball.
Yeah.
So that couple that we met when we were sitting out here, that's who you played the tournament with?
I don't think we met anybody here.
When we were down at, I think Sushi Bistro or something, he walked by. You were telling me it was him and his wife?
No.
No?
I think you're talking about Rolando, like a Spanish guy.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's true though. Mark is a friend of mine now.
That came 100%
talk
Pickleball.
regularly, and
I could see that happen though. I mean, being more friends. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm less social in that aspect. Alicia, very social.
Yeah,
so
Alicia's
she
wildly
does
social.
that all the time. Sometimes it drives me crazy.
Adding
but
people on Facebook and stuff.
But that's more her, and I do appreciate it. It's just that's not my natural personality to do that. Usually, I'm more. I shouldn't say reserved. I'm not as friendly as she is. Right. Some people are more outgoing and more comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
That's where I'm less.
Well, sometimes it's like when I go to, I usually like, all right, I'm here for a reason. Sometimes I even have my kids there. They're hanging out. So I'm like, I'm here to play. Like I can't have all this side banter. Like, are we going to play? What are we doing? Let's set it up. What's the format? Are we going to rotate in and out? Who's on, who's off? Like I'm there with a purpose.
Yeah. When you get to know people all the time, it becomes, you really like, we know one woman, no names, that we still know nothing about her. But sometimes but I mean, you basically learn about people over time because you're seeing the same people over and over and over. It's a different community.
That is true. Like you learn, Alicia again. So this is funny. She was telling me the story yesterday. Tom, who we play with, I won't go more than just Tom. We also played a lot of beach volleyball, Alicia and I. That's actually how we met. So we played a ton of beach volleyball. Well, one day Tom found out that Alicia played beach volleyball, and Tom, Tom's a doctor in town, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, he was talking to, I guess, some people at his work about wanting to play beach volleyball. So Tom is connecting them to Alicia. So Alicia's like, I get this random text from this guy, like, hey, when can I play beach volleyball, blah, blah, blah. So she gives him the information. Well, like a day later, it happens again. Another doctor, Alicia's like, I feel like I'm the new volleyball connector in town. Like just because she was talking to Tom one day, right? Like she got hit up by multiple,
people to play volleyball.
So you just naturally, in between games or whatever the case might be.
There's some conversation. Yeah, as you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Which is the good thing about it. I mean, it is good. I tend to be a little less social than others, but unless you're in my immediate friend group.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're still social, even if you think you're not being, maybe not as much as others, but you are. Like picture like this, no more pickleball. Like right now, not just for the sport and the competition, but just like, what now do you do? Like imagine cutting it out like right now.
Yeah.
Like what would you do with the time and energy you put into, hey, we're getting together later?
It's the only social interaction Tony has.
Well, it's become a big part of it because how do you fill that time?
Well, we talked about this the other day. You ended up doing what?
Drinking or
Yeah,
something.
that's what we say. Yeah, you go to a bar, right?
That's what happens. Yeah.
I like to be competitive, so I'd have to find another sport. I like to compete, whatever. I don't know what that sport would be.
I mean, I'd like it too. And you're probably a little more competitive than me, but I'm very physical. So the competitive part's one little aspect too, but the physical part is very necessary.
He doesn't like sitting around.
Yeah, I need a physical aspect to my life.
Yeah. You go to the beach with him, he's not just gonna be sitting in a chair. Like he wants to be like either out there in the ocean or
I'll
throwing
play
a
spike ball or
some
something,
spike ball or something. And it's like he can't sit around.
I gotta have a lot of sunscreen on, or I gotta be shaking.
Yeah. Tony's no sun. He hasn't worn sunscreen since 1982. No. Yeah.
None.
92.
That's why my face is all messed up over here.
Oh, just that one side?
Yeah. This part's great. All right. So how much pickleball could one talk about in one session?
Yeah, you guys got to get another real pickleball player on and talk about.
And we still have a lot of topics we could cover.
Yeah. Well, pickleball's endless.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do as time goes on is have different people in, part of the community that is involved in pickleball, and maybe some people that have different pickleball establishments in the area that they want to promote apparel or their establishment.
What drew them to like starting that establishment?
Yeah, all of it.
Filling the need. And then also just, I'm curious to see Because I know, you guys obviously play a lot, and then like a few other people from the group that play a lot. I know their mentality and why they play and why they respond the way they do when they don't play well per se. But I'm curious to see how other people, like I said, like Adam, like I'm curious to see like, does a bad night of pickleball linger, and how long does it linger for? And then also, he's been playing since I've met him. He was already very good at it when I met him. So when did he start? Like, what even got him into it? Like, I'm really curious to hear all that, along with some other, players out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to know about the mental aspect, the psychology.
Yeah,
you want the psychology.
Well, when I say that you're being ridiculous and no one thinks that way, I want to know the accuracy of that. Does everyone think that way?
It's true. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see how much it goes on.
All right. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of levels.
There's a lot of stuff to go down. Yeah.
Yeah, we've just begun.
Yeah.
I want to play a game. All right.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
All right.
See you.
Cool.